is Enric Mor. I'm Associate Professor at the UOC, Universitat Oberta de Catalunya, and I will be chairing this session called Ecological Citizenship. We will have 4 institutional presentations in this session. So the first one will be by Kristin Bergaust. Thank you, Kristin.
Okay, thank you so much for the chance to present FeLT, Futures of Living Technologies. In the framework of institutional presentation, this is not really an institution. It is based in an institution, but we are just a 3-year project of artistic research, and that's what I'm going to tell you more about. If you have questions as to the institutional framework, we can take that later. It's all about people more than institutions. So this is our main team as it is now. The project consists of people from art, from design, from neuroscience, from the humanities, and from art. I myself is an artist. I have Hege Tapio, who is in the room, I think, as a PhD fellow, and Maria Castellanos, who presented in an artist talk yesterday, is our postdoc. So we are based at Oslo Met, Faculty of Technology, Art and Design, in Oslo, Norway. Our main strands of investigation are the following 3. I don't know if you can read it, but we have identified that within the group or in our activities, we are interested in mainly these things: making with, multi-species communication and co-creation, living technologies, living environments, humans, machines, intelligence, life, and emotions, and how technology blends with life nowadays. The third strand, which is maybe more towards the humanities and reflection part, is sensorium, how we experience, interpret, and develop applied aesthetics today. The way we try to work is to learn from our peers' best practices. We have a relatively small team, but we have a large network. Among them are Renewable Futures Network and the Creative Europe project, GREEN. I think maybe some of our collaborators from that project is also here today. And we try to work by the following methods or following events: to do residencies, seminars, workshops, and field trips. As you know, it hasn't been so easy to meet people recently, and the day we were awarded the project was 12th of March 2020, so you can imagine the start was quite difficult when it came to our method of learning from our peers. Even so, we managed to do a few things. One very important one was a field trip to the north of Finland in Kilpisjärvi Biological Station, which was hosted by Erich Berger in the Finnish BioArt Society, which many of you may know. The results we look at is, of course, the process itself of the transdisciplinary research, but also we expect to produce a series of artworks. We expect a PhD project, but also to be involved in several PhD projects who visit us. So we are quite open to residencies and to people who want to keep in touch with us, but we do not have financing for residencies at the moment. We are doing the postdoc project, as mentioned. We do events, small and big. We have done a lot of small seminars. We contribute to exhibitions, and we plan a publication. And we frequently also publish articles. Upcoming now is a contribution to a Routledge anthology of gender and sustainability in innovation, or something like that, where we have co-written an essay about women in technologically developed art to further sustainability. We do projects with artists. Here is Daniel Slotnes, Norwegian young sculptor who is communicating with brain waves to his sculptures. It's a project in progress, and we have assisted him a little bit and kept in contact, just kept the dialogue throughout the last 2 years of developing this project. Another thing that's very important in FeLT is the work with students. That's actually how we started. That we started a transdisciplinary dialogue between the technological departments and art and design departments by co-advising master thesis. And this has been very productive. Here is one example. This is Piera Riccio from Italy, who did a master thesis with us, also with her university in Italy. She is now based in Spain, I think. She got a PhD fellowship somewhere in Spain. And here is from her presentation of her AI-based artistic representation of emotions from EEG signals that she presented at Politics of the Machine in Berlin last year. The funny thing with Piera is that she comes from computer science and then did a thesis that was mainly artistic and certainly is presented as artistic work. A very recent example is also our research assistant, Claire Dumo, who did interactive evolution of artificial life art 2 experiments that are part of her master in universal design, also in the technological department or ICT department. A work that is being developed within the group is also this one by Trym Lindell, who is a PhD candidate in artificial intelligence at the Living Technology Lab. He's an artist with an interdisciplinary background, and he is now developing this project that is something called reservoir computing in living biological neurons. And he explores the artistic side of this form of computing and is developing a dance performance with his partner, Ingvild Bertelsen. So this is a brief overview of the broader part of our activities. I also want to mention Lucy H.D. Solomon of Caesar and Lois, who is our Fulbright Global Scholar. She was meant to come in 2020, but as Oslo was very difficult to work in at the time, we invited her to go with us to Kilpisjärvi and have kept in touch. And I think we will end up with having her visit concentrated on polar microbiology, among other things, in 2023 Here is a video that I don't have the time to go on with. I will just mention at the end here the projects done by our PhD candidate. This is Hege Tapio in the room here, and she looks for the blending of technology and biology by allowing explorations of emotional intelligence, biosensors, biochemistry, and soft technology. And she will explore how we might envision possible and speculative convergences of machine technology and human bodies. And she focuses really on emotions, how emotions are made and manifested in our bodies, and how technology can be part of disseminating or affecting that. Maria Castellanos, I mentioned she had an artistic presentation yesterday of her recent project, which is this one, and I will try to let it go if it's okay, moderator. It's only 1 minute, and then I'll finish. This is the sound of the plants. Many things I didn't get to tell you here, but you can check our website, feltproject.no. There's a lot of material. Thank you.
For Kristin, we will have the questions and debate at the end of all the presentations. So I invite our next speakers.